Okay, so good morning. Good morning, my loves. I'm here finally able to record. It's gonna be a short video. Um, Last night was amazing. I was on a Zoom meeting when I started the live last night. I was on a Zoom meeting talking to a group of wonderful queens. We are going to be doing taxes this year. So this year I'm going to be doing something totally out of my comfort zone, something I've never done before. I'm going to be doing taxes on top of Bitcoin currency and also gold and a couple of other things. The goal is residual income. Remember that. But this video today, sorry, I'm being nosy, seeing stuff going on in the background. But this video today, guys, is to kind of introduce to you a new project that I am doing right now. So I am creating a women's group. I already have my own business. When the pandemic happened this year, my boyfriend Robert, I don't like saying boyfriend, my soulmate. He is my soulmate. My best friend. We've been together for 3 years, and the beginning of the pandemic, he had just started a job doing HVAC, getting paid very well, $19 an hour, and then this pandemic happened, and he was out of work. I had just finished having a baby boy, and we had some things in our life to transpire where we were we weren't moving. We were moving, but it wasn't in a consistency. You understand? So I had that going on, and then this pandemic happened. So so I just started brainstorming. Well, what can I do? We had recently bought a car. This was our third car in a matter of a few months, and so there was a thing on Facebook at the time, Cash Ubers. So I talked to him, and I was doing that for a while. We were doing Cash Ubers. We took trips to Tallahassee. I mean, we were traveling. So then we had a car breakdown, and now this pandemic is happening. Can't find a job. We don't have a car. So I do hair. I braid. So I was like, okay, well then I could tap into that. And that started to expand. I met a bunch of fabulous people. I've created relationships that will stick. You understand what I'm saying? I've made business partners, not just friends. I've made business partners. So I was doing hair, and then I came up with something else. I was like, well, I need a little bit more, you know. So because the end goal for me is always I want to have my own house. I'm not trying to be paying rent my whole life. I need a house. You understand? I have 4 children, need a house. So I started tapping into food, the food business. So I started selling plates. I was doing Taco Tuesdays, Slider Sundays. You know, I had Philly cheesesteak sliders. We had buffalo chicken sliders, and then drinks, alcoholic beverages. So listen, it was just a whole movement at the time for myself, you know. And then I even got my partner Robert. I even got him on board, and he was excited for me. And by this time we purchased another car. So we was moving around. Listen, I'm telling you, me and a friend at the time, we're no longer friends due to circumstances, but we stayed up late. We made posters, marketing for ourselves. We even to put Elmer's glue and glitter on some t-shirts. You understand? I was so motivated, and it did well. I seen some profit, and I saw the bad end and the good end of this whole thing. So then that died off. And now I'm back at a 9 to 5, and I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in a minute. in a minute. So I was pregnant for 2 years. I had my son and my daughter back to back, and then while doing that though, like, you know, I've always been used to um used to 9 to 5 hard labor. I've done construction, fast food, call center service, you name it, I've done it. So I wasn't shy to work at all. I wasn't shy to hard work. But I was realizing that it wasn't the hard work that was the problem. It was I'm not seeing my hard work being paid off. So so I was going through that, and to slow down back up a little bit, August of last year is when I lost my children, when they went to foster care. So August of last year, you know, I was dealing with a lot. Robert was dealing with a lot, and please don't take this as an excuse, but a lot of factors go into raising children. It's not just about being able to take care of them financially. It's about being able to mentally take care of your children, of yourself, so that you can take care of your children. And that wasn't what was happening with me at the time. I was just moving in my mind and physically, and I wasn't taking the time to slow down and kind of grasp everything and make it mean something. Make the steps in my life mean something. I was just stepping. So August of last year, 2019, my children were taken from me. That was the most fearful thing I've ever experienced. I've never thought that I would have to go through this. I've been in foster care before, and I never thought that me as a parent, I never thought that I would have to experience my children being in the foster care system. So, me and Robert got into a fight one day, and long story short, it got out. They got word of my children being, I guess they look at it as being a part of domestic violence, whatever. My children was not physically there at the time when me and Robert was fighting, but all in all, you know, I had to slow down. We had to slow down. And I'm not, you know, it's a very touchy subject because people will judge you. And right now, I don't care about being judged. I know my story. So, you know, that's why it's okay for me now to share. I know my story. So I don't have a guilt feeling right now. I'm not scared. I am in another video going to give you verbatim on it, how it happened, because I want to bring light to I should say the legal system, the way they go about the process of removing your children from your home. They don't follow their book. You know what I'm saying? Step by step. And it's some things that they should be doing and some things that they are not doing. So I will share the specifics of my story in a later video, just so you know you're aware of your rights and how to go about it. But long story short, so yes, they took my my children from me in August. Now, mind you, at that time I was about 7-8 months pregnant with my youngest son, Titus, and I was due to have him in September. And September 10th, I had my son, and they came and removed him from the hospital from me. And that was the most heartbreaking thing. I think bits and pieces of me will never heal because of that. To be a woman, and a woman of color, especially to have a child snatched from my breast, was heartbreaking. And I will never get to hold my son like that again. You know, I will never get those moments back. So I don't want to start crying, but it's definitely something that a little part of me will never heal from. Yeah. So that happened. So I've been kind of going through this, and it's kind of been a whirlwind. I've had my good days. I've had my bad days. I've had my days and my time where all of this was kind of a blur, and I didn't know where to go, didn't know where to turn, didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know my rights. I didn't know. I just didn't know. And so now that I'm further along in the process and I'm a little bit more open and I'm trying to learn the ins and outs of how they do this, and watching and hearing other peers, and people around me talk about this, and to see that more than just me is going through this. I cannot tell you how many peers. Listen, I cannot get into some things I cannot get into right now, but let me tell you that this is important. This is not just something to talk about. This is something to pay attention to, because these people, this system is really hearing little, they're hearing anything, and they're ready to take your children from you with no remorse. And most of them do not have children. Now, please, I don't want to offend anybody. I know there's a lot of people who have worked for the DCF system before. My mom used to work for them a long time ago. Long time ago. So I don't want to offend anybody. And this isn't to cause drama or this is really to bring enlightenment and to bring it's to heal. Because that's what we're here for. Our purpose is not to heal, but it's important for us to heal. Okay, so I don't want to offend anybody with speaking about this, but I do want my truth to be heard. I do want to tell my truth. So yes, they are, and when I hear from other states, there are steps that they have to go, that they have to follow for them to even, before they're able to take your children from your home. In other states, there are protocols, especially for women. And the women, melanated women, listen, they are making it harder for us, which is the mouth dropping part. They're making it harder for us, and most of the time they're making us look like, the culprit, and a lot of children are being removed from their house because of domestic violence. Now, I'm not saying domestic violence is not real. It's very real. It does happen, and I'm not saying that that's not real. But our parents have been fighting for years. I'm sorry. I don't want it to make it sound like that's something that's normalized, but we've all heard our parents bicker. We've all heard them, So for them to be able to remove our children from our homes, is giving the kids, is messing with their conception a little bit. And if you're part of tribe, you will understand what I'm saying. It messes up that portal, because now they're trying to figure out way too much. You understand what I'm saying? And then especially our young boys, because they already have a problem with authority figures. So this right here taps into that also. So this is definitely a discussion for the melanated community, for especially the melanated community who we are conducting ourselves as one. So especially if you're in a relationship, I'm realizing that they are attacking us more. They are attacking us as a unit more. They are trying to separate us. They're trying to say, hey, you guys have to live in a separate household, instead of trying to figure this out. You understand what I'm saying? Because they tried to do that with me and Robert, and we took that energy and we flipped it, and we won't separate, because guess what? The end of the day, I created these children with this black man, and I need this black man to help me raise these black children. You understand? Because they are part him and me. So if I don't learn him, then how am I going to better learn my children? If I better learn him, and that does not mean accept everything, you learn yourself in that person, and you learn them so that you can better correlate. Because at the end of the day, we are raising children. you know, in this community. So we have to make sure that the Black melanated community stands strong. We got to make sure that we have a voice and when it's comfortable for us to speak so that we can heal, because the end goal is to build the kingdom. And if we're all broken, you know what I'm saying? If we're all broken, if we're all astray, then nothing gets done. And right now, this is the time to get done. 2020 was the vision. 2021 is the build-up. So it's time to build up our kingdoms. I'm excited for the change. I'm excited for the progress. I have a lot of new adventures coming forth, including this YouTube channel. So y'all stay with me. Y'all grow with me. And let's spread love and spread gratitude, because it's much needed in the world today. For all my women out there, it's the time of the matriarch, and we got to stand up. We got to take charge of our families. We got to help our kings get this right. So y'all grow with me, and let's meditate, love, and grow together. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love.